Hello everyone, Nina here to share what's included in the Waffle Flower June release. For Postage collage collection, we have 3 stencils, including the one for the A2 postage collage, the one for NPC, nesting postage collage, and also the square postage, the Pansy stencil. If you're new to postage collage, it's a great set to start with. And then we have 2 silhouette stamps that works with all the postage collage collection and also works with all the card sizes. We have 2 dies for the postage collage collection that works with the stencils. One is the PC gardening add-ons die, which includes some tools and critters. Then we also have this garden critters die that has the dragonflies and butterflies. These 2 works together, we just didn't have enough room to put all the flying critters in the same set. So here's the square postage collage Pansy stencil used. On the left is repeatedly used 3 times on one card, and on the right is the Pansy stenciled over the blocks die and mounted to the postage die with foam tapes for dimension. And the oversized stamp mark and the cancellation mark used on this card are from the nesting postage stamp set. And the denominations used on the left card are from the original postage collage stamp set. I just can't get over how cute the tools are framing the little square postage. Most of the sentiments you see on today's samples will be from the Green Thumb Sentiments stamp set. This is such a fun set with great gardening-themed sentiments and puns. There's also a sub-sentiment die cut that contains many similar sentiments for quick and easy cards. So my favorite is this: I may not have a green thumb, but paper flowers are my superpower. Here are some cards made using the Postage collage gardening stencil. The first card used it over the blocks die cut and with some gardening critters and the green thumb sentiment. I really like how the colors are on the background on this one. And the second card stenciled right over the postage panel and then trim it apart to create her own collage. And here's the sub-sentiment used. The third card actually provides another take on the colors of the stencil and then the dragonflies. Really cute. I really like how the white gel pen details adds to this design. And the last card is the little happy loom. We'll get to it later in this video, but it also, like, the whole release really works together. Here are some cards made with the silhouette stamps. One of the stamps is focused on gardening, like tools, fence, gloves, rakes, and then the other one is full of the plant silhouettes. So it's great to use on their own or use them together. So this one features a gardening stencil and the wavy backgrounds are from the wavy line stencil. This one, Tina actually used the herb silhouettes on the background and then the gardening silhouettes as a focal point with some dragonflies on top. Here, Jill framed each one of her designs like a little piece of art using the postage collage frame style. I especially like how she used black splatters to tie all the designs together. Beautiful. The NPC stencil includes gardening things for rectangle, circle, and a strip of carrots. You can totally trim apart the strip of carrots and use them like embellishments. And the gardening critters works great with them, and the pots works great with them as well. And we'll get to the pots next. The pots and plants die includes terracotta pots in 3 different sizes, a pansy plant, and a tomato plant. The happy herbs die contains a much larger pot with many herb silhouette dies. Here's a quick size comparison of the happy herbs pot and the pots from the pots and plants die. The pot from the happy herbs die is much larger. You can use both of the happy gnomes here, but you'll get very different looks. I like how versatile these are. Here are more cards made from the pots and plants die and also the happy herbs die. you can totally use the herbs in the smaller pots too. The difference between these terracotta pots is that the big one in the herbs die contains 3 layers that includes a dirt layer that you can kind of tuck your little stem of your plants in, and the pots on the pots and plants die, the smaller ones, actually doesn't have the luxury of including that layer, so it's a simpler layer to put together. And here are a card with 3 pots. 1 is made from the large herb pot and 2 from the pots and plants. The little plant markers are really fun. We have a very small die set and a very small sentiment set to go with them. So the die set contains 2 layers. You can cut them out from 2 different colors or just stamp directly on one of the layers for your little sentiment. You can see the sentiments are very generic. You can use with almost any floral image you may already have. The next card used both the pansy and the tomato plant from the pots and plants die. You can see the size difference again, like that's the bigger pot from the herbs die. I love the little critters on there and also the googly eyes on the little worm. So cute. This card uses a fence, which we'll get to it later, and the tomato plant from the pots and plants die. So cute, with some tools from the PC gardening add-ons die. One thing to note is that Tina added glossy accents to those tomatoes to make them really shine. This card with a little stitching on the pots to give it a little character also uses the tomato plant and 2 bees from our gardening add-ons die. And here's another card by Tina with the gardening tools. And then I really like how she uses the tomato plant and just use the leaf part of it to make a frame for this card. It's really cute. And in the center of the pansy, you also see glossy accents for some extra shine. And that's it for the pots and plants. The cute wheelbarrow is also available as a die. You can find it together with the textured fence die in the garden backdrop die. We have them together because they are such great basic items to help you create a gardening scene. If you don't have anything similar in your stash, this set is a great place to start. As mentioned earlier, the Happy Gnomes die has gnomes in 2 different sizes. The guides are etched on the back of the die, so they're very easy to put together, and you can just have fun adding them to all your gardening-themed projects. As shared earlier, the pansies from both of these cards are from the Pots and Plants die. The little critters are from the PC gardening add-ons die, and the little talking labels are from the plant markers die and stamp set. Next is our Postage Collage Seeds Bundle. Similar to our Postage Collage Envelope Bundle, you don't really need the original Postage Collage panel or the blocks die. The stencil can be used on its own. You just need to trim apart the little packets after stenciling. Before stenciling, you can use the texture die to help you add more details to the packets. Use the details stamp set to add in even more details for the little stenciled icons. The guidelines are included on the stamp set to help you line them up. And then the matching die includes the matching dies to cut out the sentiments on this set. The matching die also cuts out all the little seed icons you stenciled. So if you're really into this look, consider getting the whole bundle for the most fun. If you're using these seed packets more like a background item, you don't really need to add all the details. Just use the stencil and the texture die is enough. The strawberries on this card was actually designed for the seed packet die, which is a much larger seed packet design that contains 3 layers, 2 layers for the base and 1 circle layer for the label. So you can see how big this seed packet die is, and it's super easy to put the layers together for a very fun look. The seed packet icons die contains 7 icons of vegetables and flowers, and we hope you like them as much as we do. As mentioned earlier, many of the sentiments are from the Green Thumb Sentiments stamp set and matching die. We have some specific ones that works really well with these seeds, such as the sending seeds of joy and sending you packets of happiness. Just many great choices from this stamp set. So the strawberry from the seed packet icon style works with the smaller packets too. Here's another card using the stencil and slits on the panel, but use the Postage collage block style as a frame to frame the little packets. And the icons were stamped with detail and added on top of the packets with foam tape for dimension. The little gnome is the smaller size of the two gnomes, and the little Caesar is from the PC gardening add-on style. This card is similar in the design that it has a little collage of the Postage collage packets, and it also have all the cute icons for the seed packets icon style and little tools from Postage collage gardening add-on style. There's so many little cute icons to be added to your gardening scenes. We can't wait to see what you guys will create. And again, those little plant markers to help you add little messages. Here are two cards with two completely different looks using the seed packet die. The first one kept the packet design really simple to make her gnome shine, and the other one focused more on the seed packet itself and used the pencil die to decorate her seed packet. The third card actually is a shaker card, which just die cuts a circle label off the base to make a shaker. Super smart. Personally, I like the sentiments in this release a lot, and I also had a lot of fun playing with the Postage collage gardening add-on style and the garden critter style. They're super fun. Check out our intro videos for more ideas and how to use them.